everyone's present except Chris Lipham. Did anybody hear from him? I know I stopped by to see him last week. He said he'd try to be here.
Okay.
Would y'all like to proceed in his absence? All right. Open forum. Anybody, anything they'd like to bring up or discuss? If I give me a show, could we close that door?
There's Chris right there.
There he is. All board members present.
Chris.
Morning.
Morning. How's everybody?
Good.
One thing I'd left out of y'all's packets, I left there in front of each of you was the check register for February and March, and then an updated operating statement. Again, this operating statement is oversimplified, but it pretty well gives you an accurate picture of where the money's gone, what each month has been. We still have the CD in the bank, the $30,000 CD, and we had an exceptional collection month in January, and then again in February for some unknown reason. All of a sudden, it just seemed like we were able to collect a lot. Now, I did some asking, and Deborah had done a lot of calls on self-pay accounts and got that extra money in January. And then RCM got off the ball and did a lot of work on. Believe me, we didn't have a lot of extra runs those 2 months. Its collections were looking better. I found out later why RCM stepped up their efforts in February, because last week I got a new contract proposal from them because our contract expires at the end of April. Now, I have not renewed that, and at some point today, I'd like to get y'all's feelings on that. But anyway, that's kind of explains our situation there, why the money looks a lot better significantly. That on top of the added subsidies, of course. And this was current through March the 19th, by the way.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's what I was going to ask you about the subsidies on that 7,000. That kind of had me looking.
Yeah, the city usually gets theirs the last week of the month that they get it approved and we get that check. So
Still got
the city to come. I think most of the collections for March have been done. We still have another full payroll to hit in March. I think we actually paid it last week, but there's at least one more round of payroll there to hit in March. And there's repairs to the ambulance barn that we did. That was $560 something to replace all those springs and fix the door. But for the most part, it's fairly current through the.
So they didn't have to replace the door?
No, they just had to replace the springs. The springs, they were wore out, had to put a bigger set, and all the cogs, the mechanisms, and the wheels were wore out and had to be replaced. So it was only a partial replacement.
It actually works now. It's wonderful. You can actually push the buttons on the outside instead of.
And we used overhead door instead of, I can't remember what company it was that did it. Well, they're out of business. We couldn't have used them again anyway.
And you have one question on the last page, check number 3488, clinic visit. Was someone injured and been in the clinic?
Well, that's a combination.
I'm sorry, I'm not seeing this yet.
That's the 258639.
Oh, on the check register.
3488.
Yeah, 3488. Estimate salary, phone, supplies, and clinic visits.
Oh, that's 3488. You're talking about the check for 2368.45. Okay, that's the reimbursement on your salary, any phone, supplies, or clinic visits that happen with your employees. When you I looked into the detail of that check, that's strictly your payroll there on one 2-week notice, and your, health insurance reimbursement.
Okay.
Though that, we write one check a month to reimburse those back to the hospital,
Okay.
okay? And in this case, I think it was all strictly salary. I guess we'll start with, approval of the minutes for. Anybody have any questions? I don't think we took any action, it was strictly a, get y'all informed of what the projects were coming up and get your direction if you had any on where we would like to go, but all of them,
I just have one question.
okay?
The radio service,